Have you ever stopped to think about the real impact of the medications you're taking? Your doctor prescribes them, your insurance pays for them, and often we take them without a second thought, all based on a lab number. These drugs could be affecting not just if you die, but how you die. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects millions. Statins, the cholesterol-lowering drugs that have become as routine as daily vitamins. These medications have generated hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue since the first statin was FDA approved in 1987. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. Let's start with something surprising. You've heard the medical guidelines. Quote, prescribe statins to anyone with total cholesterol over 200, unquote. But have you ever wondered how those guidelines are created? Here's the backstory. Many of the experts who craft these guidelines are affiliated with prestigious medical institutions and also have ties to pharmaceutical companies. They sit on advisory boards, hold impressive titles, and their recommendations become the standard of care that doctors are expected to follow. Now here's where it gets tricky. Doctors who follow those guidelines are legally protected if something goes wrong. But if the doctor decides their patient does not need statins and that patient has a heart attack, that doctor could face serious consequences, from malpractice lawsuits to scrutiny from medical boards. Even if their decision was medically sound, stepping outside the accepted narrative puts their career at risk. But wait, you might ask, don't statins reduce heart attacks and strokes? Isn't that worth it? Let's look at the data. This graph shows U.S. heart disease death rates from 1950 to 2014. Notice how the biggest drop occurred before statins were introduced. So what drove this decline? Two key factors: a massive reduction in smoking after the 1964 Surgeon General's report, and advances in emergency cardiac care. Now let's fast forward 2010 to 2022 when statin prescriptions were at their peak. See much change in death rates? Not really. Here's the kicker. In large randomized controlled trials, people taking statins don't live longer than those who don't take them. Yes, statins reduce non-fatal heart attacks, but they don't extend overall lifespan. In fact, people on statins often die of other causes at slightly higher rates. Isn't it worth considering whether these medications are really helping us? The only group that sees a significant survival benefit from statins are men under age 65 who have already experienced a heart attack. And even for them, the benefit is modest at best. For everyone else, women of any age, men without prior heart attacks, there's no evidence that statins help them live longer. So think about that for a moment. If you're taking medication, wouldn't you want it to actually help you live longer, not just trade one cause of death for another? I'm not saying statins don't have their place in medicine. They do reduce non-fatal heart attacks and strokes. That's well documented. But here's what we're not talking about enough. The potential side effects of statins, like muscle pain, fatigue, or even increased risk of diabetes, the influence of pharmaceutical companies on medical guidelines, and most importantly, whether these drugs are truly helping us live longer or healthier lives. Maybe it's time to rethink our approach to heart disease prevention and ask tougher questions about whether we're making the best choices for our health. When I was in medical school in 1987, the same year statins hit the market, I seriously considered becoming a cardiologist. I was on rotation in the coronary care unit when the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded. That was also the month I was deciding which branch of medicine to pursue for my career. Over my 35 years as a physician studying heart disease, I've seen how lifestyle changes can transform cardiovascular health, often more effectively than medication alone. If you're concerned about heart disease and want to explore evidence-based alternatives to statins, you are not alone. At Health Without Risk, we empower people to take control of their heart health through proven lifestyle strategies that address the root causes of cardiovascular disease. Follow Health Without Risk for more insights on managing your health naturally. And if you're ready to explore a pharmaceutical-free approach to heart health, visit our website today. Your heart deserves it. Remember, you have more options than you might think. The choices you make could change your life. Choose wisely. Have a great day, and I'll be back soon. Bye.